It's like there's an extra like leg in between.
Hello, Amy. What was your reaction when you first read the script to the master? And is Peggy the real master?
I've been asked that before. I've never seen Peggy as the master. I think what appealed to me in the script is that it begged a lot of questions and conversations, and that was something that was really appealing to me.
Thank you. Congratulations on tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Please welcome the president of the board of the Santa Barbara International Film Festival, Doug Stone.
Good evening. Welcome to the 8th night of the 28th Santa Barbara International Film Festival, presented by lynda.com. Tonight, we've got a great night. We are honoring with the Cinema Vanguard Award, Amy Adams, 4-time Academy Award nominee, and I am personally looking forward to this. Amy Adams is a chameleon on screen. She is amazing, and I am looking forward to hearing a lot more about her tonight. To help us tonight's moderator is the awards columnist for Deadline Hollywood, film critic for Movie Line, a 5-time Emmy nominee himself, and a longtime friend of the festival, Pete Hammond.
All right. Hello. Hello, Santa Barbara. It's great to be back, and I love this festival. Driving down the coast today, it just felt like coming home again. It's my favorite film festival. Do a great job every year. And it's especially great to be here tonight for Amy. At Deadline and other places I've worked before that, I chronicle the award season. That's what I do. Oscar season. And that means a lot of Oscar contenders can't escape me, no matter how hard they may try. And so Amy Adams and I have met a few times over the course of these seasons, and I'd say that's because she is just such a supremely talented and versatile performer. She's become a regular. I mean, you just heard it, 4 Oscar nominations, and that, folks, is in the course of 7 years. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. One year she makes a movie, the next year she gets nominated. It's pretty cool. In fact, this is Wikipedia. Do you all know Wikipedia? If you look up on Wikipedia, this column here, these are all her awards and nominations, and it goes on for pages. That is pretty amazing also, considering she's really started her film career in 1999, so about a dozen years that she's been doing this and has had such extraordinary success. To me, that says consistency of excellence. And that's what we're dealing about tonight here. She can clearly do it all. Comedy, drama, musicals, dancing, singing with Muppets. How many people can say they sang with Muppets, huh? She can be tough, tender, heartbreaking, commanding, pretty much everything in between. You might say her career is enchanted. And it's just getting going. It's no wonder Oscar keeps dialing her number. Think of the films the films she's made that she's been nominated for. Junebug, extraordinary movie. Doubt, The Fighter. And now, Paul Thomas Anderson's brilliant, complex The Master, for which she is currently an Oscar nominee this year for Best Supporting Actress for the 4th time. So here we are again, Amy, another award season, as you receive the Cinema Vanguard, which is the honor the Santa Barbara Film Festival reserves only for the risk takers, the artists who step out onto the ledge every time. The reason we keep meeting like this is simple. Just watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Adams.
There's a little lip there. Woo. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, sweetie. Are we heading over here?
Yeah, we're going over here.
Thank you. I brought my purse, which is so weird.
Oh, that's all right.
It's satin, and when I was a baby, I used to rub the edge of my blanket that was satin, so I think maybe that's what I was.
Welcome to Santa Barbara.
Thank you.
International Film Festival. It's so excited to have you here.
Thank you, guys. So crazy.
Amy Adams, this is your life.
Yes.
What was that like watching that? Because I know you don't watch a lot of your movies a lot and stuff.
I don't. It was cool. You guys went way back. Thank you. There was like a back walkover. That was my first like calling card. I thought that was pretty cool. To do a back walkover into the splits. That was a big selling point for Drop Dead Gorgeous. So.
It's great. Well, congratulations on the latest Oscar nomination for The Master. Extraordinary performance. And you know, you've done so many great films over the years, and when you think about it, you know, it hasn't been that long a film career, you know, just 12 years. You're just, as I said, you're really just getting going, which is exciting.
I hope so. I hope I'm just getting going.
Yeah, and it's such a great choice of roles, I think. You know, it's never predictable to see what Amy Adams is going to do next. I mean, I wouldn't think that the same person that did Enchanted, that did The Muppets, would then do The Master, you know. I mean, it's very versatile.
Thank you. I think it speaks to great vision by great directors, that they're able to see me in this way and able to trust me. I can't take credit. I mean, I do the work, but ultimately, I've just been really, really lucky.
What was it that sparked you in your life that you wanted to get into acting? Was that something you always wanted to do?
I mean, probably it was there was a seed of it. My dad was a singer, he was a performer, so I watched him, but, you know, I grew up in a small town in Colorado, and that was before reality TV, before the internet, and so anyone who was in movies was special and was, you know, I never saw myself in that way, so I kind of went the route of becoming a dancer, and I thought that I would do musical theater in New York, which I've done, which was so fun. I can now say I've done that, which is cool. But I pursued that for a long time, and then when I was in Minnesota working in dinner theater, I booked a film, which was unheard of. And on that set is when I realized that you can still be a human being and have flaws and be in movies, and it was your flaws that made you beautiful, and I just had to accept that I wasn't going to be this perfect movie star, and that I just wanted to go give it a shot, whatever that was. And so instead of moving to New York, I moved to Los Angeles, and I think that was the first time I realized that there was an actual technique to acting in film, and kind of set my sights in that direction. And I was 23 when I did that film. So yeah.
Wow, yeah. Let me take you back a little bit. A lot of people don't know you're Italian.
Well, not really. I was born in Italy.
You were born in Italy?
And I like wine. So
you're not really Italian.
If that makes me Italian. I like pizza and red wine, so yes, I'm Italian.
How do you get from Italy to Colorado, Castle Rock, Colorado?
Castle Rock. My dad was in the Army. So I was born on an Army base over there. And I think that my dad has this vagabond spirit, which has really worked well for me because being an actor, you're taken to so many locations. So I definitely got that. Both of my parents are really adventurous and kind of crazy and awesome. But we all have crazy parents, right? They're going to be so happy they didn't come tonight. I'm humiliating them.
You're from a family, 7 kids,
7
right?
kids, yeah.
And where do you fall into that?
I'm the middle.
Oh, you're the middle kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always a tough place to be, isn't it?
I don't know. When you're one of 7, it's like you're either the first or the last, and then you're the middle. All the rest of us. Then you're the middle. In between, you're the middle. So, you know, birth order or whatever.
Yeah.
But, it was good.
What was it like growing up in Castle Rock in school? And there, is that where you found you were in ballet, weren't you?
I was in ballet. I always liked performing, but I didn't like drama club, if that makes sense. There was just a little too, I don't know. I've never been, I've never felt 100% comfortable joining, if that makes any sense. Like being in a group or a club, I always felt like I didn't belong. Like it's that old saying, I'm going to misquote it, like I never trust a club that would have me as a member. I know I'm misquoting it, but I think it's Groucho Marx that said that?
Yes,
yeah.
The very famous line.
Yeah, which I'm sure I've misquoted. But yeah, that's kind of, I've always felt really uncomfortable in that environment. So I was a bit of a, you know, not quite Glee, but I really liked choir, you know. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I wasn't a part of a club or anything. I just liked to sing, I guess.
And you like to sing and you like to dance. Why didn't you pursue a career in ballet? Because you were quite an accomplished dancer, right?
I don't have any turnout. And for those of you who know ballet, it was just never going to happen. I don't have natural turnout, so I think I just had a little too much energy for ballet, and I understood from a very early age the discipline that that was going to require, and I just didn't think that, I always knew I just wouldn't be able to express myself the way I wanted to because I wasn't good enough to do roles in ballet. I would have always been in the corps, and it's not that I ever minded being in the corps, I wanted to tell stories. I always just wanted to tell stories. That was my favorite part of dance, was getting to interpret music and interpret stories.
Perfect training for an actor, then.
Yeah, it took me a long, I still have to work on not flitting about in scenes, you know, like, I try to wear heavy shoes and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know. Yeah, I still like dancing a lot. Yeah.
Now, during this struggling time, you know, when you were doing theater, musical theater and everything, you had other odd jobs and things. I heard you were a greeter at the Gap, which I'm not quite sure what that is. I go into the Gap and nobody ever greets me.
Yeah, well, maybe they've changed their protocol, because I'm pretty sure I annoyed more people out of the store than got them to buy pocket tees, you know. Like, maybe they've changed their protocol based on my enthusiasm for being a greeter, because...
Did you ever greet anybody famous? Did anybody ever?
Whitney Houston, and I scared her straight into the dressing room. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've always been a little fearless, so somebody just dared me to go, it's called a Gap Act, and to Gap Act her, which is to greet, now I forget. Anyway, you're trying to sell, basically. Yeah. So.
Wow, Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I kind of chased her around the store.
I also heard, and this shocked me, quite frankly, that you were a waitress at Hooters.
I think it shocks everybody in the audience tonight, given what we're working with. Just kidding. No, it's true. I graduated high school, and after high school, I was on my own. Being one of 7 kids, I didn't really have, you know, a trust fund or any sort of anything, and so I didn't want to go to college. I didn't enjoy high school and the structured learning environment, and I sort of knew I wouldn't succeed in college, so I kind of took some time, and in that time, a friend of mine, this sounds so sordid, a friend of mine was working at Hooters, and they said it was a great way to make money. But, no, but that's what it was, and I was a hostess for a while, and I realized...
With those short pants and things?
No, the hostess wore like a smart little golfing outfit, which was like white with a polo, but I turned 18 and I did wear the outfit, and it was, the funny thing was, having been a dancer, I'd worn far less on stage, like you wear like little tops and little like, I went to ballet class in tights and a leotard, so tights and orange shorts didn't seem like much of a departure, except that I was naive. I was very naive. Because in dance class, you don't have men drinking beer. And that's where it all goes wrong. Hooters is all good until you get, you know, happy hour and beer drinking. And then, you know, some guy's offering you like $250 to take your shirt off, and you're like, I think this is not for me. Yeah. And now I get offered a lot more to take my shirt off. I still haven't been.
Yeah, we're happy you took a different career path, definitely.
But I got my first car, which was, I feel like I need to pay homage to her. She was I don't even remember what year she was. 1982 Chevy Citation. I named her Penny because she was copper colored, and that's what I got from Hooters, and it was worth every horrible man to get my my car and give me a sense of independence.
Nice.
Yeah, I was tired of taking the bus. Yeah.
That was when you took control right there.
Yeah, I was like, I've got my car and I'm out of here, Hooters. Yeah. That's pretty much what happened. Once I bought the car, I was out of there. So.
Now, I know you did a lot of dinner theater and those kinds of musical theater,
yeah.
which is fun. You know, so what do? You sing for yourself? I know Michelle's...
you don't sing for yourself.
In L.A. Are you...
They starved us until we did our show, and they just kept us captive.
You serve food and then you do your show, or how did that work?
Well, one of them I did. One of them I served... I was a waiter, but I was a bad waiter. So bad at it. I really know, I mean, shockingly. I can't remember someone's order from the time I take it till the register. To this day, I would be, yeah, not good. But yeah, I did dinner theater, and we would take orders and do all of that. And then put on Chorus Line, or Seven Brides, I did. And
oh, that's great.
yeah, there were some really good ones. Anything Goes. I still love them.
Yeah, the musicals, yeah. But you got Drop Dead Gorgeous was shooting in Minneapolis or Minnesota when you were there, and that was your first movie. And we saw a little bit of it on the reel there, that kind of cheerleading thing you did. Was that tough to do? Because, wow, that looked tricky.
At the time, it wasn't tough at all. Now, if you asked me to do it, it would be really hard. I would have to say no, but I'm not really dressed for it either. That would be really awkward. No, I was just so young. It's awesome. No, I was. It's great to look back and see sort of where you've come from and who you were. I still remember that person exists inside me so strongly, you know. And I've missed her from time to time. I've missed that girl.
In what way? The struggling part of it, or the beginning of a career?
No, the struggling part I don't miss as much. No, I'm kidding. I do though, because there's something to the hunger that informs you and that drives you, and your hunger changes, and so you just have to find quiet time to pay attention to that voice which tells you where to go and what to do. And but my voice was so loud at that time. There wasn't any other voices in my head. It was just, well, I always have voices in my head, I guess.
That's cool. That's what you need, though. That's
voices
what you need
in
to
your
succeed
head?
and to
Yeah. I think we're speaking of different voices. No, I'm kidding. No.
I saw some of the titles you did at that time, of the movies that you booked. Psycho Beach Party. That was a good one, huh?
It was good. Have you seen it?
It was fun.
I do a dance-off in that is definitely worth YouTubing. So.
And Smallville, which is ironic since you just finished playing Lois Lane in Man of Steel, the new Superman movie that's coming out this year. So.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. I can't wait for that, by the way, to see you as Lois Lane.
Yeah, it should be fun. I shot it. I haven't seen anything. So
yeah.
I look forward to that.
But then, 2002, you wind up with a role, Brenda Strong, in Catch Me If You Can, directed by Steven Spielberg, co-starring with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken. That must have just been such a great break for you and such an exciting time, I would imagine.
It was. It was really exciting. I never thought, I never thought that I would be there, ever. When I moved out to LA, that wasn't even in my radar, that I was going to be that type of actress that worked with those people. I thought I would just try my hand and try to save up some money and kind of figure out who I was going to be in this world.
Wow.
And when, I didn't have some sort of visualization where I, got nominated for Oscars or worked with amazing people, that wasn't what I did. I wanted to do a good job. That's always been my thing in life. And so when it's rewarded with work with people you admire so much, that was amazing. And
was that an audition, or did you just?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Auditioned.
What was that like auditioning with? Did you audition with Leo, or?
I didn't. No,
okay.
I didn't audition for Steven Spielberg either. I had a meeting with him. It was an interesting time. in my life and for everybody. It was right after September 11th, and I hate to trivialize it, but my experience with that was that I was going to quit acting and do something important. I was like, after that happened. And then someone said something to me about how living your life is what's important, and what you're passionate about is what you have to find a way to make that important. Because I was like, I'm going to quit and go join the Peace Corps. I was going to be an activist. And so when I auditioned for it, I had this freedom that I hadn't had, because I really, before then, I had really wanted to, I just wanted so badly to do a good job that I think I didn't do a good job. And so when I auditioned for that, I was coming from a totally different place. And I really just, I had found a new love for acting that I hadn't had before. My ambition in acting before had been based on people's reaction. As much as you don't want to admit that, I'd wanted people to like me, I'd wanted people to think I was good, and now I just wanted to act with a different purpose. And it just changed how I approached it.
And you were awfully good in that. Brenda Strong, she was quite a character. I mean, she was kind of boy crazy. Yeah. She had the braces and the whole...
She's really boy crazy.
But man, you really attacked Leo in that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, you went for it.
Yeah, I did. It was good. So, you know, it's one of the good parts of my job. Yeah, I was on it.
That was wild.
Yeah.
What was that like? Was that like probably, you know, early on?
Horrifying.
Yeah, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, there's nothing romantic about kissing somebody in front of a bunch of people with the camera all over, and you're trying not to kill him as you throw him back against a bookcase, and I was in pigtails. I mean, come on. Who wants to kiss Leonardo DiCaprio in pigtails? Nobody. I mean, maybe there are some people, but that's none of my business. That wasn't my sort of Titanic fantasy that I'd had when I was like 20. No. So that was out the window.
She was a great character.
She was a lot of fun. I really loved doing the work in that film. I was so invested in that character. I loved it.
Two characters we're going to look at now in our first two clips here. One is Brenda Strong and Leo in Catch Me If You Can. And the other is the one that brought you your first Academy Award nomination, and one that I've never gotten over since I saw it the first time for various reasons. But Junebug, which is just an extraordinary performance. We saw a little bit of it there. We're going to see an extraordinary scene here. So let's take a look at Catch Me If You Can and Junebug.
Please welcome the Executive Director of the Santa Barbara International Film Festival, Roger Durling.
Hello there. I need to acknowledge the fact that 10 years ago I took over the film festival, and we asked Pete Hammond to moderate, and since he's been not just a friend of the film festival, but one of the most masterful moderators and a friend of the festival. His first, 10 years ago, he moderated with Charlize Theron, and went on to moderate with Kate Winslet, and last year, Christopher Plummer. He is the best, and I adore you, Pete, and thank you so much for doing what you did tonight. And we need to present the Cinema Vanguard Award. This was established for mavericks, for actors that takes amazing risks, and past honorees have been, you know, Nicole Kidman, amongst others, and I couldn't think this year of an actor that takes more risks than the great Amy Adams. And to present the award, please welcome one of my favorite directors. He's one of the best directors working out there today. Heart 8, Boogie Nights, Magnolia, There Will Be Blood, and The Master, the best film this past year. Please welcome Paul Thomas Anderson.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Well, it's been a very nice evening. It's great to be here. And something that isn't talked about is about Amy is her ability to overcome her meth addiction. Many years, and she was, and heroin as well, and Percocet, but she's still a dope fiend. But just to say a few words, that this is a very long and slow ascent to this point in her career. I think she's been around for a long time and working really hard. And it's just taken us time to catch up with her and to recognize her. We've finally given up looking for something else and realized that she's been right in front of us all these years, slowly but surely, either on the sidelines or main stage, giving great performance after great performance. She's a professional to her co-stars and her directors, and she's got many of them in the repeat business, which is a good sign. And I like Amy because she's timeless. Like if I turned on my television and there was a movie from like 1947 and Amy was in it, I wouldn't be surprised. And I like that. And I agree with John Patrick Shanley. She's an extra few watts per cubic inch coming out of her skin. And light seems to do something different when it bounces off her skin. So that's kind of what I had to say. Let's see here. She can act opposite Muppets and Meryl Streeps and Joaquin Phoenixes. That's no easy task. Phil Hoffman's, Clint Eastwood's, Leo DiCaprio's, and Marky Wahlberg's. And directors are lined up around the block to work with her. She's vertical integration, a beautiful actress without an era, maximum talent, good sense of humor, devilish glimmer, singer, dancer, sexpot, wholesome spinster, redhead, fairy tale princess, fast-talking pain in the ass, ex-Hooters waitress, current Percocet addict, ex-dinner theater babe, and current good old-fashioned Hollywood leading lady. If you ever want a hand job delivered with maximum efficiency, she's... And you, Santa Barbara, has great and glorious taste in giving her this Cinema Vanguard Award. And it's just a good reminder to her that we're all very happy when she shows up on the big screen. So there's no expiration date for old Amy Adams because she'll never run out of talent. So that's it. Here she is.
I want to pull Paul up here because I like him so much, and holding his hand has always made me feel fearless, which is not my normal state, as you have come to know this evening. I've talked a lot tonight, so really I just want to thank Santa Barbara and the Santa Barbara Film Festival. Thank you so much for this honor. Roger Gerling, thank you so much. It's I didn't expect tonight to be what it is. I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but I didn't expect this. And I certainly can't take credit for my career on my own, and the only thing that allows you to be a risk taker is somebody who tells you that your fears are pointless, really, and tells you that really the only thing that fear indicates is it means that it's a risk worth taking. And that would be Stacey O'Neill, who is my guardian angel. She can't be here tonight. She's with her kids in New York. Michelle Bowen, Megan Pachone, who I talked about, who coached me through my fear of singing at the Oscars. And the directors that I've had the amazing opportunity to work with. I could name them all, but I'm going to name Paul tonight because I'm a fearful person, and I think being brave means working through your fear. It doesn't mean not having it, but it takes someone behind you or beside you to help you with that. And in the case of working on The Master, that was Paul. And so I thank him very much for helping me through my fear. My gorgeous man, Darren, my amazing daughter, Aviana, and so many more. Joaquin Phoenix, you walk through the fear every day. I don't even know if you're still here, and I don't care, because I'm going to love up on you later. Sorry. And Phil, who I will love up on anytime I get a chance. But the actors that I've worked with are so fearless and so brave and such risk takers. And I'm just lucky to be counted among them. So thank you guys so much, and thank you all for sitting here and listening to me talk for an hour. That's amazing. Thanks, guys.